Hi everybody, I'm Denise Salcedo with the Red Carpet Report, and tonight we're in Hollywood for the premiere of DirecTV's new show, Billy and Billie. Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Denise. Hi. So how are you doing today?
Good, thank you very much.
Awesome. So I have to say, what inspired you to come up with this story for this TV show?
You know, first, I don't have a sister, so I'm just a brother, and writing about siblings is interesting. I'd written about a brother and sister before, and brothers before, and then I thought, you know, I've never written about step-siblings before, but also it's such this strange little taboo that I thought would be interesting to kind of bust open, you know, and see what it would be like if they actually fell in love. And since then, I've heard quite a few stories from people saying, oh, it's weird, I have someone in my neighborhood who's done that, or I have a cousin who, you know, met a cousin years later. And so it's been strange to like get everyone's story about how they feel even about that, because it's not really a thing, you know, a taboo, but it's a sort of, there's a slight ick factor to it that people go, I'm not sure I like that, but that's what makes it fun.
So do you feel you got a lot of weird responses when you told people this is going to be the storyline, this is what we're doing? How did you go about it so that you can make it not too taboo in a way? Well,
you just, you know, the structure is pretty classically romantic comedy. It's really about, the main things are that, you know, will they or won't they stay together? And as an audience, you have to want them to. So you have to make, you know, right from the name down, you have to make Billy and Billie people that you want to spend time with. And you want them to get together. And so on top of that is just the layer of, well, should they stay together? I want them to, but I don't know if they should. So it makes it an interesting question for an audience who's probably seen a lot of romantic comedies.
So why are Billy and Billie attracted to each other?
I mean, I think they, you know, beyond the fact that they've grown up together and they're comfortable with each other, and we tried to imbue the characters with a lot of sort of brotherly, sisterly, you know, closeness. I think they click on a lot of levels. They have sort of the same kind of humor. They physically are attracted to each other. The same things that make anybody else come together is what happens to them, you know. And they also get drunk one night and they sleep together, and then they classically after the next morning say, God, what have we done, and is this worth doing any more of?
That happens, that might happen to a lot of people, right?
I think that's the universal. Is a lot of people, you know, you jump off a cliff and then you go, oh, was that smart or not? And that's what it's about. It's two people who are trying to decide if it's worth it to be together.
So let me ask you, what can viewers expect from the season?
I think a lot of humor is, you know, I tried to make it funny. I tried to, like I said, make a kind of classic romantic comedy so that there's a lot of romance and there's a lot of comedy, and some interesting questions about relationships that are interesting to me, at least. And so I brought them up through the characters and through their friends, and, you know, friends, family, co-workers. Those are the big things that we tend to spend our time around. And how those people, everybody has an opinion about everybody else's relationship. And so I think the show is kind of about this, like what we think about other people's relationships, and how, no matter what we're in the middle of, we have an opinion about who you're with. Is it okay? Is it not okay? And so there's a lot of that going on.
And you're going to make everybody fall in love with the character, so that's great. If you can describe the show in 3 words, what would they be?
A modern romance.
And also, what would you say were the greatest, most large obstacles that you had during the show, during the production?
Filming in New York, which is a beautiful thing, but it's a city that's been filmed in a lot, so people are very used to it and they kind of want to go about their own lives. And so, filming in the fall in New York, you know, you always want more money, you always want more time, no matter what you're doing. But finding a group of people who, you know, kind of jumped together and said we can do this, and we shot it very quickly, and I was really pleased with the results.
In our pilot episode, where are we? What are we going to star at? Nowhere in New York. What's going to be like the storyline? What's happening?
You start the morning after. They're both in bed. They wake up and go, oh gosh, what have we done?
After the drunken night.
After the drunken night, and it goes from there. And it's off to, you know, see friends, go to work, run into your family, and say, look, I have something to tell you. So.
All right, well, thank you so much, Neil. Thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody. Tell me how much you liked this video by giving me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch the rest of our interviews, and leave me a comment telling me who your weirdest crush is. Billy and Billie is only on DirecTV.